This is House of Machismo.
There's a special show called House of Machismo, so take a chance and listen in. Mixed reviews from soulless critics of a podcast nicknamed HOM. There were times when I laughed once or two, saw their stats, their audience finally grew. You can laugh out loud and give it your all. The choice is up to you, my friend. Their hours are long, but their goals are set to a brand new life, a brand new life around the bend.
Everything okay there? Yeah.
Did you have it on?
We're back.
Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. I don't know whose mic is who, so...
This is me.
Hold on. Chris, say something.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, good. And then Keith, K-Rod, whoever
4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6.
Say it again.
4, 5, 6.
Okay, good. Okay, so then I turned someone down.
You.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I got this.
Oh, wait, Luisa.
I really need to relabel these.
You do.
Let's see here. All right. Well, hey, guys. Welcome back to House of Machismo. 3/4 of us are here today.
Yes.
Yes. Or, well, maybe 3/5 if you count Oscar. We have no camera guy here today.
Oh, that's true.
That's okay. We really don't miss him as much.
It's okay. I didn't come all
Where you
dressed
at,
up.
Oscar, in
Yeah.
Florida?
Yeah, he's in Florida.
When
Yeah.
did you leave?
Oh.
Oh, you just left.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. He was telling me, but I wasn't exactly paying attention. I have my own stuff that I have to contend with and stuff. Yeah, that's why my hair is all kind of
Is it
weird.
off again?
Yes, it is off.
I don't know.
Well, give it a try. You don't have to give up. You know, of course
If
you
you
could
first you don't succeed.
try again. I don't know what that. I don't.
Get up
Oh,
and
yeah.
try
If
again,
first
Elliot.
you don't succeed.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
Were you trying to hit that note?
I tried. So, Chris, you really missed out while you were on vacation on a special treat that K-Rod and I like to call the Marty and K-Rod show.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only 2 episodes.
Yeah, it was only 2 episodes long. And that was the only time we were able to harmonize. 2-part harmony is what they call it.
Horrible. but
Yeah, it
it's
was
okay.
very horrible. But anyways, man, it was a struggle there sometimes. Trying to find stuff to talk about. You know, it's a difference between talking Shakespeare and then breaking out coloring books. So,
Bitch.
you know, so it was like a little mixture and stuff. Luis isn't here with us today because apparently he's working and he's trying to fix the old job that he
Pipe.
did before. That apparently...
He fucked up.
He's
No,
on,
he didn't do
He's
that,
on a
no.
scissor lift
Yeah.
as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Hey, welcome back. So stuff kind of went wrong with my computer last night. Like late last night too. Like
So this is not recording?
it is recording, but guess what?
We can't see if it's recording.
Oh, no. My little Tascam over here. That's what's saving us. Remember when we sat
last
here
time.
for 40 minutes and we were talking, we thought it was recording and then it didn't. And then
Yes.
we're like, fuck it, we're not going to do the show
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah. So then I ordered a backup
That.
Tascam recorder thing. Yeah, exactly. It's the 32 channel Tascam because I like to either you what's the saying? Either go big or go home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
so
went home.
so instead of getting like this little portable Tascam recorder and stuff like that, I got this 32 channel Tascam recorder, which is awesome. That's what the show's being recorded on right now because apparently I upgraded to Windows 10 from Windows 8 to Windows 10 on the master computer.
Mm-hmm.
And my Adobe Master Collection did not like that.
Windows
One
8?
bit.
How old's Windows 8?
Very old, actually.
From when you
they were-
graduated?
No. I bought this computer. Oh, I fell in love when I was in... bought it from Fry's. I fell in love with her.
Yeah.
I saw her at Fry's.
Yeah. I'm in love with a laptop that I got. It's my old work laptop.
But it still works, right?
And I had it completely wiped with all the company stuff, all the company BS, because they said, hey, we can't use this computer anymore. It won't be in our server no more. You won't be able to log into the server. They're like, we're going to send you a new laptop. Just send this one back. And they never asked for it. You know, I went and had it wiped clean, had the administrative password reset. The thing works flawless.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Don't you love when shit like that
Dell.
works out?
It's a Dell, but it's high-powered Dell.
Oh, she's a good singer.
Yeah. Adele.
Hey, K-Rod, that was funny.
But Windows
was
8,
good.
like,
Where's
I don't
your
even
bell?
know if I saw Windows 8 before.
Okay. Oh, what? Yeah, dude. This is what I hated about the computer when I bought it, and at that time there was no other option than Windows 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
They wanted everything because apps were so new and popular back then that Windows thought, hey, let's make our operating system look like apps.
Yeah.
And it's like that was so stupid and confusing. And so for the longest time, that's what, and until last night, that's what I hated about this computer. It's like everything was apps.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like you're not a fucking app. You're not a cell phone. You're not a tablet.
Yeah.
You're a computer. You have software. You have programming, not apps. Even though it is the same thing.
I think I skipped that whole Windows because I remember
Yeah.
when they switched over, people were hating it. And most times when Windows does do an upgrade, people
Yeah.
like rebel against it and try to wait as long as they can till they have to, till like either their company makes them do it or whatever.
This was bad, and so but I got used to it because I really wasn't. I like Windows 10 now, like because it reminds me.
Yeah, Windows 10's better.
Yeah, back when Windows used to be good,
Yeah.
before they did Windows 8, and I was stuck with it for years. Although I didn't realize I had to be stuck with it.
Yeah.
The problem is that I didn't want to pay for the Windows 10.
Yeah.
And so obviously there's a way to do it for free, thanks to YouTube. And so it's legit. It's
Pirates.
actually, yeah. Well, no, actually, it was completely legit. You actually went to the Microsoft website,
Yeah.
and it updated and upgraded to Windows 10. And that took about 2-3 hours. And I started the process around 9 o'clock last night.
At night?
At night. And then that's what I said at 9 o'clock last night. Yeah.
I didn't hear you say it last night.
Oh, okay. Like I literally just said it.
Oh,
and,
really?
And,
Oh,
then, and then
shit.
you asked at night.
Shut up.
You want the coloring books there or
No, shut up.
Okay.
Continue.
So anyway, so then that didn't make Adobe work very well at all.
Right.
I didn't want to because it didn't understand it because I actually had the physical software
Yeah.
that I installed. And so, K-Rod, I'm sure you're the expert in this, and you can kind of chime in here, when need be. But programs now that are super expensive, they're more doing cloud-based stuff. So now you can subscribe to it, so it's, quote, cheaper because the software, the Adobe software, like the editing program, all that stuff that's over $3,000 worth of software. And so it's horrible. No. You know what? That's actually pretty good because of what it does. Mm-hmm. But to the individual that's like, hey, I just want to edit cool videos and,
things that you could do on your phone.
Yeah.
No one is an expert beyond trying to cut audio and then splice video.
Yeah, and so I use Adobe Audition to record the show, and then I have a backup, the Tascam thing that records the backup. And so I'll edit the show with Adobe Audition and all that. And people tell me, like, there are free recording softwares out there, Audacity and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that's cute.
We're on a higher level here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We have Bucky's pigs in a blanket. That's how high we are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how high of a
it's not
high
a pig's
level.
in a blanket.
Yeah, it's K-Rod in a blanket.
No. Oh.
It's chorizo and a poncho.
Yeah,
There you go.
chorizo, because they're jalapeno.
I was gonna say collage, or is it kolashi?
It's a
How do y'all
kolache.
say it?
Kolache.
What do you mean? How do y'all say it? What do you mean? by
Yeah,
that?
like who?
White
Like,
folk?
because, yeah.
No, as in like you guys.
I mean, I say, give me the kolaches. That's what they call them at Buc-ee's. But I thought a kolache was like a pastry with the jelly in it.
Mhm.
But I guess they
Oh,
call
yeah.
the sausage kolache. What is that? German? Is that a
I
German?
think it's German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Czech or what? Czech Republic.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that region.
'Cause,
if I'm with one of my cop friends, I say I like one of them in a blanket. Just kind of
See, 'cause
poke,
that's what I
elbow
know
them.
if I were pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
He's in a blanket.
Some people call it kolache.
Slang is the
collage. I'm like,
slang is the pigs in a blanket. I think I don't know. People in Frisco call it like pigs in a blanket. I don't know why. Anyway, it's awful.
yeah.
No, anyway, so basically, software just went kaput. So then I had to subscribe to the Adobe Master Collection now. So now I pay $52 plus tax a month.
They kill on the subscription plan too.
They do.
Because you used to be able to buy that software for or software that's similar to that for like what, $500, $600, $700. Now it's like $3,000. You said.
Well, Photoshop,
So
I think
though,
by
I feel
itself was like 700.
But don't you get like a bunch of different? You get more than just the Adobe, the one program, right? And there's like 5 different programs. Like
Well, this I got about 20.
A video, yeah. You get like a.
Which is a good deal
a
to me.
document editor and all this other stuff. Movie makers.
I looked up the stuff on YouTube.
Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah, dude, that's my new search engine.
Instead of Google.
Yeah, and so I
the
looked
new
at
encyclopedia.
It is. Well, it depends on who I go to, But yeah, I looked it up on YouTube, and a lot of the comments were saying, you can get it for free. You can do this for free. This is why I don't use this. This is why. I'm like, to me, if you can't afford it, then you're not gonna be able to afford the $52. That's on you. No one's pressuring you that you need to do this. But to me, I see it as just a bill. Meaning I have an electric bill, I have a gas bill, I have a water bill, I have an Adobe bill.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you do, though.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm going to factor.
That's a necessity. It's almost like a utility at that point.
There you go. And some people would argue, well, internet isn't a necessity and blah blah blah.
Oh.
To me, it kind of is.
At this point in time in the world, it's definitely a utility necessity.
Yeah,
the internet, you got to have it.
I mean, technically, I guess you can live without it, but technically, you can also live without electricity.
We can live without a lot of things, but it's called progress, right?
Yeah. But that's what happened, and so I haven't been able to configure stuff with the software to record because it just finished installing this morning. Like I went to bed.
Oh shit!
What's your Tascam? Is that just like a soundboard?
It's a soundboard, but it's also a digital recorder. That's the most part.
Recorder.
Yeah, exactly. So if I wanted to, I could have recorded each microphone in a different channel.
Oh.
But I don't like to do that. What I like about using this soundboard, which by the way, it's going to change because eventually I'm going to get it. Anyway, but
a bigger one that big.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
You gonna turn this into a music studio? Have
No,
some
this is
rappers come in here.
I
for
am
me.
running out of channel
auto-tune.
space. Basically, because I didn't plan on a 4th person, and then there are a couple of other inputs, and then I don't know. This is basically I have literally one more channel that's open that can be for whatever. Other than that, everything
like a phone or something.
Well, I have a phone plugged in, which by the way, we have a phone for the show. I didn't tell you guys this.
Oh, we have a phone.
Yeah, but I'll tell you guys that a little bit later. But anyway, what I like about this soundboard, or recording everything through the soundboard first, sending the signal from the soundboard to the recorder, is because I can add all sorts of little live effects. No, you guys don't have it.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay, now you guys do. See?
Okay, fuck you.
So now
the power of He-Man,
Where's yours? Oh no, yours is over here. Turn yours up. Okay.
Skeletor.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you believe in love? Oh,
No.
no, not that.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Go Rangers.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, but you get it. So that's how come this allows us to do all this kind of stuff. It allows me to be more versatile.
Yeah.
This is just a glorified recorder thing all the way over here, which is cool and it looks pretty and looks
does look
important.
cool.
Yeah. Doesn't it? With all those little lights and stuff?
It looks like you can make me sound good if I sing.
No, not at all.
Fuck.
No, it's not a magician. All right. So that's what's been going on since last night. So I think I got like maybe 4 hours of sleep, which is kind of normal for me.
Is that why your hair's like that?
Normal.
I didn't do anything with my hair this morning because there's no video. So I'm like, oh,
Should
okay.
have told me. I could have came naked.
Shoot, I would have been in my underwear if I, didn't think
No,
you guys
not
would
that
mind
again.
it. Yeah, no. Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, but so that's what's been going on. So I've been playing stuff off of the laptop because apparently signal anyway.
Is that why the other one's not on?
Yeah, I didn't I can't play audio through the computer right now, so it does something through the board. Apparently, the board digitally sends a signal to the computer, and still echoing.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, I still
Sorry.
hear you like your
Sorry.
echo.
And then, but before the computer could not send a signal back to the board, but apparently now since I upgraded, it can, and I don't like that because I haven't adjusted anything. So later this afternoon I'll probably need to
Play with the buttons.
Punch a button and all that. So that's what's been going on, guys. So what's been going on in your world? How about you? Well, you start.
Well,
what did you do?
I mean, last time I was here, it was probably before 4th of July. Was gearing up for some comedy show, stand-up comedy. Did 6.5 minutes. It was nice. It was...
Is there videos of this?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Well, we'll talk.
The whole stand-up's on
We'll
YouTube.
go into more detail about that after the break. We're just
After
learning
these
about
show-
After these
commercials.
but we're just learning about.
Was working, gearing up for a family vacation to Hilton Head, South Carolina, which is like an island off the coast of South Carolina. It's by Savannah, Georgia.
way better than San Antonio.
Had
like
to
some
fly into
people.
Savannah, Georgia. For my first time over there. It's nice.
Is it nice?
It's like a tropical little atmosphere, not quite as Florida.
Wasn't there a hurricane that went over there during that time?
It wasn't a full-blown hurricane. I think
Yeah.
it turned into a big tropical storm by the time it hit where we were going. But we were 2 days behind it. It went already 2 days.
They
Because I was checking it.
All the
I
death and
was
destruction
checking
was
it-
ahead of
I
us.
was checking it on the radar, like, oh man, we're gonna be flying into this or
Yeah.
over it or whatever. But it weakened. I didn't even see any damage when I was there.
Oh, okay, good.
It started more south of Florida, like in the Gulf. On the
Yeah,
Gulf
I remember
side.
that. Yeah, because it came through Puerto Rico, and then Haiti, I think.
Had
Oh
like a
God, did you
nice
hear about that? But anyway,
curve.
yeah. So then it went through Florida, and then went up the coast, North Carolina, and I think
Yeah.
it ended up somewhere like in Manhattan, and bought some pizza and saw a show, and then finally
Everything
just
always
called it-
happens
called it a
in New
night.
York and California.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got to New York and it got canceled. So,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't want to catch anything, so they turned back.
Yeah. Poor.
big announcement. Found out that I'm having a second baby boy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
At the due in January 2022.
Who's the mother? No, I'm just kidding, dude. No, I'm just kidding. Oh,
The
congratulations.
wifey. Thank you.
Oh.
So that's a big
Nice.
Hey,
announcement.
dude, that's some good work
In
you do there.
January?
Huh?
January, you said?
January 2022.
Oh, nice.
Mid-
This is your second one?
This is gonna be my second.
Wow, dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And so just gonna try to live life to the fullest until it's lockdown.
Yeah.
Lockdown season.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah.
You got some good swimmers there, dude.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But
And K-Rod has an announcement. No.
No.
No. Okay.
Not
All right,
that.
anyway.
he's having a food baby.
Have you thought names yet?
I mean, we're throwing around names, but we're
Marty,
not.
Keith.
We haven't really.
Marty Jr. No.
Yeah, we haven't really.
What's your son's name? I
Nailed
forget.
that.
I know you told
Jack.
me. Jack.
Jackson.
Jackson.
We call him Jack for short.
Oh, okay.
So
Unless he's in trouble.
he's excited. Well, if he's in trouble, it's Jackson Christopher.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
He's got my first name's his middle name.
See, and that's so interesting. Well, but look, K-Rod didn't follow this formula because usually in the Latin community, they name.
Fuck no.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Hell no.
Okay.
What did they do? What do you mean?
They name it after the father. They name it. They name the
They name
son.
it.
They name the
Well,
son.
Either
after
they
the
do that
father.
or they give it. Damn it, Marty. They
Give
give
him.
him, her, a middle name as well. And then they give their last name and the fucking other last name. So it's like 20 freaking
like
names.
4 or 5 names and all that,
Right,
which
yeah.
is
I
just
which
kept it
sucks when
simple.
you're trying to
Evan.
find.
Like it's like me, Keith
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Why did
Evan.
Now, why did your mom
Rodriguez.
name you Keith? Because your mom
She
speaks
did-
Spanish, and Keith isn't exactly
Long
the
st-
name that
Long story short,
Uh-huh.
I was named after a baseball player.
I'm trying to figure out who that is.
Keith Hernandez.
Boom.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
And I have his jersey too.
Nice.
Like you
with the
literally
Mets.
took it off of him.
I did with my
Oh,
teeth.
okay.
Keith is a good, strong name.
Yes, it is.
know?
What? Not have you met Keith?
Shut
No, I
up.
mean K-Rod. Sorry, K-Rod.
You
Not
said
like,
strong name, not strong person, Marty.
So are you guys gonna stay in the same house and all that? You got plenty
Yeah,
of room.
yeah. I mean,
He's already built.
Yeah, I don't have enough money to sell or buy. I mean, have
I
you
mean,
seen
have a
how much
baby
houses
coming.
are going for these
I
days?
know, dude.
mean,
There's
you
this
can-
one.
They're so cheap.
No, the
Oh,
one,
wait, what?
The one down the street, like 2 houses down, is like $565,000.
Yeah.
Why?
And it's worth probably
don't
2.25.
It's probably worth 200,000, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's ridiculous. So if I was, I mean, I could make a pretty penny off my house, but where am I going to move?
You just move to another expensive
trailer
house.
park?
Yeah, exactly.
I could be the king of the trailer park.
You can go to
See,
Louisville and be in a
It's because
trailer.
I think California people are fucking it up. Because over
They
there,
are.
they fucking sell their fucking house, and over here they get a fucking mansion because over there it's expensive.
Yeah,
Well, no,
they're
Dallas,
paying cash.
Dallas, North Texas has always been that way when it comes to their real estate.
That's true, but there's
it went
more
high,
people
though,
coming
yeah.
in now who are paying like 40, 50 grand over asking price, and they're paying cash. No one else can compete with that. I mean, you sell a house in Cali, I mean, you could probably buy 2 houses here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it was like when I moved out of Chicago. My dad finally moved out of Chicago. He sold his property up there. I mean, we were living like kings when we first moved to Oklahoma.
Well, yeah.
We bought a
I mean, it is
house.
Oklahoma.
We put a pool in.
You were like,
he
"Fuck
bought
yeah."
he bought an old school Monte Carlo. He bought an
Yeah.
RV. He was buying toys and shit with it. I was like, geez, slow down, man.
I know. Save some for a rainy day.
Yeah. So I mean,
Imagine
now
going
he-
to Mexico. Fuck. That'd be a fucking-
Well, that's actually a good place to retire, depending on where you go in Mexico. But there are a lot of Americans actually that have been retiring in Mexico because their money goes a long way.
Don't
And
they go to
keep
Florida to
themselves.
retire?
No, not anymore. That's actually not a good place to retire anymore,
no,
apparently.
with the hurricanes.
Yeah, nobody wants to do
See, that's why I
that.
don't want to live over there.
And then property values have also been going up in Florida.
Tampa's good. Just like-
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are moving into Florida too. Texas and Florida, I think, are the hottest 2 states. And then I think maybe Colorado would be next.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to go over there.
Mhm.
I think
Georgia.
so. Well, we
I
have
heard a lot
our.
of people go to Georgia lately.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
why.
wanna go to
I don't know
Georgia.
what's over there.
Atlanta. Atlanta's in Georgia.
Yeah.
A lot of people are moving. Atlanta's big. I've never been to Atlanta, though.
I hear it's
I
like
flew
Dallas.
to Atlanta and then got my second flight there. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
That's
have a
great.
huge
You immerse
hub.
yourself in the culture there, I see.
They had a
Yeah.
strip club in the airport.
Wait, really?
Oh, really? Wow.
No, but I just you know how Atlanta's
like,
big
hey,
on the strip
I'd
club.
be like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at ATL doing that.
Oh, no wonder
that would be
there's a lot of
hilarious.
layovers.
That would be hilarious and awesome.
Terminal 5 has the has the strip club.
Coming up to the stage.
Yeah.
Terminal.
Did you? I learned something kind of interesting,
strip clubs?
and I wanted to tell you guys. I did not know this, and I'm still kind of shocked about it. But did you guys know that Ben Affleck is fluent in Spanish?
Yes, I heard
That's
him
why.
speak.
I mean, that's why he's with J-Lo again, right?
That's
I
the
don't know.
stupidest shit
He is.
His
fluent-
career went to shit when he went with it. Like, why go back?
He is, and so that's what shocked me, though.
Yeah, he is.
He went back so they can break up and then
Get his career back.
get his career back and start banging out.
I don't
bangers
think
again.
his career ever left. This is Ben Affleck speaking Spanish.
Qué grande. Es para ti, sabemos que eres grande. Wow, muy impresivo.
Not that one.
Primero que
I know,
gracias
right?
por estar aquí. Gracias por hablar español.
This is the host.
Gracias
Yeah, yeah.
por defender nuestra lengua. Y sé que tu hija me estaba contando backstage, tu hija habla mejor español que tú. y
He's
eso te
saying that your
frustró.
daughter speaks better Spanish than you.
Muy difícil. Mi hija tiene 14 años.
That's Ben Affleck.
Y ya es un poquito mejor que yo.
Qué bien.
Pero siempre supe que tuve acento mejor porque aprendí español en México cuando tuve 13 años. Vive allá. Y entonces supe que no tengo un perfecto vocabulario.
He speaks Spanish like as if he's a white guy trying to speak Spanish.
Yeah,
Y
but-
entonces-
But he
But
speaks
he's good.
Spanish. Yeah, but
It's
he's
not
actually
really
good.
pretty good.
It's understandable. You know,
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
You know who surprised me though? Now you start talking about actors, actresses who speak
Are
Spanish.
you talking about John Cena?
No, wait, he knows Spanish.
No.
No.
Oh my!
But finish your story because I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Is it a Spanish? You can't
Yeah.
see me, no me ves. The actress that plays Iron Man's wife.
Oh, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's her. It's like her Spanish is Spaniard. It's like Spain. That the way.
Spain,
Yeah, the one they talk like that with the flip. Yeah,
like they're from Oakland who speak Spanish.
yeah. It was
That's
like
so
it
pretty.
was like perfect. I'm like, what the fuck? Like it was amazing.
Oh wow.
You should look it up. It was pretty cool.
No, what was impressive?
I was
is,
barely able
have
to
you
find
s-
that.
Have you seen that John Cena had to like issue an apology to China, and he spoke like great. He knows how to speak Mandarin.
What the
Oh wow.
fuck?
he had to apologize to China because of a promo they were doing for the Fast and Furious movie that was coming out, and he said like, what country was it? Was it Taiwan? He said Taiwan was a country or something, and like I don't know the
Shit
politics
blew
of
up.
all that
Yeah.
shit. China is like, no, we own Taiwan. They're not a country. They're like
our
Puerto
bitch.
Rico. You know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
that. I would have doubled down. I would have said like
So
free
he-
Taiwan.
So he had to issue like an apology to the country of China, saying, "I'm
Man.
sorry, I stepped out of line. I'll never do perfect Mandarin." You can find it on YouTube. It's almost scary that he knows Mandarin that good, and he's just a big juiced up bodybuilder.
Yeah,
dude,
big
man.
hunky man. Wait, what?
It's
Sexy.
crazy.
I still haven't seen it. Fast 9. Have y'all seen it?
No.
I don't want to see it because everybody's ruining it.
It's
Apparently they
getting-
go to space.
It's
I'm like, what the
getting
fuck? Are they
it's
fighting
too
aliens?
much, man. But I did see the memes of like Vin Diesel, like every time
Same
he says
Family's family
Oh,
or
that
something
is
It's
like
all
that.
about family.
No, I seen one where what's it say?
I
Fuck,
said-
I forgot. It's like an example. Like
I don't have
I need to
that.
buy this. He's like, no, I don't have it, but it's for my family. And they put his face. Family? You said. That's the funniest shit.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't have him apologizing to, but apparently
Is he on the stage? And
Just John Cena
This is for-
apologies.
no. This is WWE.
是只用中文，但是大多数时候我的中文只马马虎虎。
Mama Huku.
我会说慢，
He's a good sport. Oscar doesn't like him like at all.
所以谢谢。
Like I got him a birthday
因为
cake with
现
John
在
Cena on it.
你们得有很多耐心，请允许我告诉你们，一点关于
How the fuck
WWE。
is it possible?
WWE
It's
是
crazy.
全球公司
And it's like so
WWE
fucking.
节目
It's like
都在
He's saying
180
that he traveled
国家
long distance
但是
in short
WWE
time.
生意跟爆曝
he looks
光
like a
度
politician. Look at
都
this.
在中国
He's happy
以前
Okay, Marty.
and
我认为
content
这是坏事，
to be
因为
in such a
很多人都
wonderful
在全球最喜欢
country
WWE
made up of people
我相信
He don't know what he's
WWE
saying.
是最好的娱乐。
as opposed to its government.
很感谢
And he said he was hung.
PPT
So anyways, that's all I could get. That's all I could
And his
get.
It'd be
penis is
funny
bigger.
it'd be funny if he said all that, and then all of a sudden you hear him say Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That would be.
They throw him a beer. Beer.
There's another celebrity thing that I wanted to tell you guys because this stuff kind of. What are you doing over there?
I was fucking. I don't know what.
Okay,
Chunk,
you
think it was
drank
a
all your
bug.
water.
A
Jesus.
mosquito.
Um,
Oh, you look John Cena, but you won't look up what's her name?
who?
That actress.
I can't spell her name.
Oh,
Anyway.
Iron Man's wife.
But what is it? Michael Pena is a Scientologist. I did not know this, and I'm just shocked about him in particular because this was a guy who was homeless, living in a van down by the river.
Refresh me.
He's a
who's that?
comedian.
Michael Pena.
Ant-Man, the funny guy, the Hispanic.
Oh
looking
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
He
I
was
like him.
he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the star in the Chips.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew you were gonna say chips.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the only one. They either that or Crash. He was that dude, the
little
locksmith
kid.
in Crash and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, where did he fall into Scientology? Because I was just enthralled the other day on Scientology and like which crazy
Is it Tom
celebrity.
Cruise?
Well,
or
probably
Keanu
because he
Reeves?
lives.
Oh
in,
yeah, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Probably
is
because
it.
he lives in California. Most people who live in California, they're looking for an alternative religion.
But
Cults are
he-
big.
But out of all the people, because I actually like him, I like Tom Cruise because he makes great movies. But I know he's just batshit crazy. I know
Yeah,
he
he left
is.
his wife.
He's a vampire.
No, his wife left him.
I mean, his wife left him because of all
He's
this
a vampire.
shit.
Yeah, he's just crazy. Anyway, but that's not the point. The idea is like Michael Pena. What? Say it with me. Like Michael
Michael
Pena.
Pena.
What? Exactly. So anyway, so yeah, I just thought that was kind of shocking. That and Ben Affleck speaking Spanish, and then now John Cena speaking Mandarin. You know.
I gotta learn. I should know Spanish. With
You
all the
should.
places I lived. and
Well,
people
we're
I
gonna
worked
start a
with.
new segment called "The Guys Teach Chris Spanish."
Yeah.
Yeah, just not today. I have to think
Let's
about
go.
it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
enough to not be lost.
I guess. Well, if you were looking for your hotel, what would you say?
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Yeah.
Oh, that's library.
Donde Hotel Blanco. You know.
Yeah.
My hotel.
¿Dónde está el W? Okay,
Don't
they
they
don't
baño?
have a
Donde
W in
está?
Mexico. Yeah.
All you really need to know is don't te baño. So you're good.
That's pretty much it. Well, it depends, because if you're a guy, you can just find your bathroom anywhere in Mexico, apparently. But anyway, that's just anyway. I was gonna tell you, I was hoping Luis would have been here today, because what I was about to talk about actually pertains a little bit to him. But I guess I'll go ahead and ask you guys. But have you guys ever had a dream involving any member of the show? Not weird or sexual or anything like that. And if you did, just keep it to yourselves. But I'm talking about like it just happened to be. Chris, have either of us ever been in any of your dreams since you met us? Or would it be weird even before you met us?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
That'd be
That's
crazy.
crazy. No, I can't say that you guys been in my dreams.
All right. What about you?
In his head, he's like, oh, that time I beat up Keith.
Yeah, well, that's any time. Anyway, but K-Rod,
I don't think so.
I never been in any of your dreams since we met.
Damn, why are you mad? Hold on.
Because
Super.
we've known each other for like a really long time.
Marty, I don't remember my dreams. The ones I don't like.
It's
don't
because
remember.
real recently I had a dream and Luis was in it.
Cool.
That's cute.
Yeah. And
Wait, have you had a dream about me?
I'll get to that.
No.
But yes.
I imagine you were trying to get a response from him, and he was just like,
No,
cool.
actually. Yeah, right
just
on his
was
cell
like that,
phone.
and you're like,
Yeah.
Louis.
You know, one time he forgot his cell phone, man. He was so involved in the show.
Oh, that
like he
was-
was actually
that was-
talking.
that was a
Yeah,
good- that was a
was
good
like,
day.
whoa,
He was
what
in
happened?
it.
And then he's like, oh, I forgot my cell phone. I'm like, oh, so that's the thing. You know, so I looked into signal jammers.
Yeah.
They're actually illegal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyway, but they do exist. But anyways, no. Actually, I dreamt that we live next door to each other. And I went over to his
cute.
house because he was doing some sort of construction being done to the outside of his house. And it was annoying me.
Was his shirt on or off?
What? It was on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure, Marty, where this is
Okay.
going.
So I go over to talk to him like, hey, what's going on? And so when I enter his house, now, you've been to his house when he moved in, right? Or just
I used
before?
to be there.
No. But I'm talking about like after he
Yes.
moved in.
Yes.
Okay. So Luis's house is just like him. It's very in its place, you know, and so there's no clutter. There's zero clutter. The only clutter might be a magazine like on a table.
Right.
And he's all like, we're all like, what is that? You know. And so you enter my house and it's clutter because I have too much shit.
Is he married though?
Anyway,
No.
and yes,
Yes.
and no. I don't know. Why did you ask that?
But does he have a woman that cleans the house all the time?
I guess so. I don't know.
We're gonna have
I
to
don't-
cut
I
that.
don't know his dynamics.
Wait,
That's the
okay.
thing. I don't know who cleans the house in there.
Cut it.
He does. He has
Okay,
a little apron.
Here's the thing. Knowing him, could you imagine a woman being with him? like who would want to live, you know?
I don't know.
And so I'm like, but he's cool to hang out with. I just can't imagine just the maintenance, I guess, that goes behind.
Y'all
But
know him better than me.
yeah, and
I
so
can see him cleaning and singing. I don't know why.
he's I think he cleans up after himself. He's a very just, you know,
Feminine.
well, because one time we were moving some steel that I had bought from my garage to his truck. And so when you buy steel, it's covered like in this oil greasy stuff so that it doesn't rust. And so when we were done moving it, he had some on his hands. Now, what I did is that I just took and wiped it on my pants. They were just regular pants. They were jeans. Yeah. And so he didn't want to do that. He went over to my sink and used a little bit of Dawn, like bloop, a little bit of Dawn soap and washed his hands and all that.
One,
And I'm like,
two.
really, dude? It's like, it was just a little bit of grease. It wasn't like all covered. It was just a little bit. And so I'm like, dude, that's so girly. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? So anyway, but where was I going with this? Okay, so his house in my dream was cluttered. And I'm like, wow, this is not the Luis that I know. And so I'm taking point like on all the flaws and all that, like, and I think it was more reflective on me because I have a dream book somewhere around here somewhere. Anyway, and so I thought it was more reflective on me, like maybe I'm the one
You're
with
the
the
one with the
clutter
clutter.
problem and all that, and you know, Luis is the authority figure
What
on
does
clutter.
this mean? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That means you got to clean your fucking place.
Yeah, probably. And so I didn't do it today because I'm like, we have no cameras. No, but anyway, it was the same dream where I'm in a 7-Eleven and it's being held up.
With him?
No, he's not. No, this happened before because I went home. Oh, because I was in a 7-Eleven and some guy with a gun, a rifle, AR rifle, AR, shows up, and I'm like, uh-oh, that's trouble right there. And so he goes over to the other side of the 7-Eleven, starts holding up the people. I'm over by the door, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do? You know, and I thought, in my situation, I thought, man, maybe I might be the hero. Hell no, I just walked out the door. I'm like, I'm going home. You know, like, this isn't like...
You just
hear... Huh?
You just hear shooting. You're like, oh.
Oh, I heard him yell. That was it. I heard him yell.
You didn't pay for your bag of chips.
There was
Right.
there was nothing I could have done. I remember thinking I'm calling 911. I don't remember the call itself because it's a dream, but I remember having my phone on me, but it wasn't this phone. But anyway, yeah, and so I go home, and then that's when I meet Luis. You know, like, hey, what are you doing here? You know, what are you not what are you doing here? But your house is a mess, you asshole. But with you, K-Rod, the dream that I had with you is that we had just finished the show, and I think I understand the dream now, because usually after the show, if it's a full house, usually Luis and Oscar stay for about an hour afterwards, and we just chit-chat and talk. And K-Rod is the first one to leave. Gotta go do stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta go do stuff. So
I do.
So at that point, he had made plans to go and do something, and he didn't invite me. but I'm like, that's okay. But then he comes back with his friends and expects to just chill and hang out. And then I'm like, all right, that's fine. And then all of a sudden they have somewhere that they need to go. And now they don't invite me again. And at that point, I get angry and I tell him, well, you know, get out. You know, like you need to get the hell out of here, you know, whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And he's all like, why are you so mad? Why are you so angry? But this was one of those dreams where I don't remember it when you wake up. But the only thing that I remember when I woke up is that I was mad at K-Rod. I was just mad. I was just mad. And I was mad for about a day, and I just didn't understand why. It's like, why am I mad? He said something. He did something. I don't know what it was. But then slowly the dream started coming back, and I'm all like, remember that Friends episode where Phoebe's mad at Ross?
Oh, yeah.
It was just like that. I'm like, oh, it was a dream?
It was a dream.
It was a dream. I'm like, that shit happens in real life. Yeah. You know, so the next time I saw you, I'm like, oh,
yeah, you know what that means, right?
What?
Because you don't fucking invite me anymore.
Oh.
That's why. Remember that big ass cookout you had?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't invite me.
But you wouldn't have come.
But still, you gotta invite me. And you won't have big dreams like that no more.
All right. Well, maybe. I don't know. You're too new. I don't think I've had a dream with you yet.
You're too new.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. But yeah.
Have you ever had dreams where, like, let's say you have a shitload of money, and you feel like if you hug it and wake up, you'll have it there?
Yeah.
I was one of those dreams. I'm like, what if it was true?
Or I do that with food sometimes.
Yes.
I had dreams where I did something so cool, and then I realized that I am dreaming. And I know I'm dreaming, but I'm like, this is awesome. And so I thought, but I'm not going to remember this when I wake up out of my dream. And this is so weird because I have very lucid dreams sometimes. Like, I realize that, yes, I am dreaming, but I go ahead and go through my environment aware that I'm dreaming. And so I remember thinking, wait a minute, if I take pictures with my cell phone, then it will be on my cell phone when I wake up.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and I realize, Marty, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. Why did you think that? But it made so logical sense in my dream.
Wouldn't that be awesome if that would happen?
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be a
and
superpower.
Yeah, bring people, things out of your dream. That'd be horrible. That'd be horrible.
Dreaming a big penis and then just
That would be a good movie.
But it'd be like right here in your hand. That actually would be a good movie.
Yeah.
The Dream Master.
That's they're going for the Wishmaster, but yeah.
No, Dream Master. That would be
I just have the dreams where you're falling, and then before you hit the ground,
you wake up,
you snap out of it like, whoa.
Oh, you feel that little adrenaline?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that shit feels crazy.
It's because your foot or something jerked.
I guess.
Just the muscles, like a quick little muscle spasm. Boom. But you know what? It's just because maybe that little muscle spasm is what triggered the thought of your dream. So, you know, because it's not, I don't think obviously it's not in real time.
Yeah.
But just that reaction could have created that memory, that dream at that instant.
Well, I heard when you're falling off a building,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel that adrenaline when you're falling. You feel that wind. Apparently, that's your spirit or ghost leaving you.
Has
And
that been scientifically
And then when
proven?
you wake up, it comes back to you. Apparently.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that
That's what I
either.
heard.
Yeah, you may want to look into that. Dreams.com or
It's like when you're
something
pissing in your dream, and then you're like, "Oh fuck!" I
that. And then you're pissing in real life.
you gotta wake up and feel like, "What the fuck?"
No, but yeah. So yeah, that's Dream Talk here on House of Machismo.
Dream talk.
Yeah.
Dream.
Well, let's go ahead and take a little break, and then we'll come back. I have a little story from you about. It's an article that I read a few years ago, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about. But it's about Bank of America.
Yes, I don't have them.
Yeah, and then we're gonna learn a little bit more about Chris's little comedy tour that he did.
Yeah.
It's not really a tour, but you'll see.
It's
All right,
a tour.
guys.
It's the beginning of a tour.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome to the best podcast this side of the Trinity River. You're listening to House of Machismo with Marty, Luis, Chris, and K-Rod. This is House of Machismo.
So summer is upon us, and I tell you, it's been hot and humid. And with this summer comes another problem. With this summer heat,
Oh God!
not just the
Texas
summer.
heat.
Yeah, the Texas heat comes another problem. And I'm talking about bugs.
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Bugs.
Bugs,
Mosquitoes.
dude. Nobody likes that, like those bugs, man.
Yeah.
So are mosquitoes, flea, ticks, roaches, and other pests seem to be ruining your summer fun?
Hell no.
Well, they're ruining mine because I got a backyard.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, exactly. See,
And you got a pond.
And I have a pond. It's bad out there.
Yeah, it is.
You don't realize how bad it is. See, so the one and the only person you should call is Manny Perez of Assurance Pest and Termite. And believe me, K-Rod, this man can get the job done.
Yeah, I know he can.
Yeah, man.
He's helping you.
Yes. They say, like, hopefully he will. No, he will. Absolutely. Because you know why? I just got to call him up. And if he doesn't recognize my number, they'd be like, because at first he'd be like, fuck, it's Marty. I'm not going to pick up.
Yeah.
Because I'll keep him on the phone for like a long time.
Yeah.
So I have to like disguise my number and text him from a different number. And then finally when he gets a response, I'm like, hey, it's Marty.
I gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. He and his staff are great at handling even bigger problems such as roach and rat infestations, bed bug infestations, man. One thing that Manny does stress is do not be embarrassed to call if you have a severe roach problem or
Bed bugs.
bed bug problem. Call. He and his staff are completely professional, non-judgmental. Answering the door in a towel is not a problem. Manny would be right there with you if he already
towel.
didn't. Yeah, in a towel if he already didn't have a job to do. Do they have people who speak Spanish, K-Rod?
Claro que sí.
They do, don't they? You can call or text him 24/7. Now, if he responds at 3 a.m., that's on him. So what's that number, K-Rod, that they should be calling?
Yeah, let me tell you that number, Marty. That is 214-998-3989.
And in Spanish, it's 214-998-3989.
And that number in
In German is what, K-Rod? 999? No. Okay, don't do that. That's highly offensive. Okay.
You started it. The right way in Spanish, that number is 214. I can't see the
Oh, what
number,
is it?
Marty.
What is it?
I don't know,
What is it?
Marty.
Oh,
Give me
you're
the
gonna
number.
correct. You're gonna correct me in my Spanish.
Fine.
998-3983. No, it's 9. Ha! You didn't even know. You didn't even know.
You're confusing the listeners.
Yes, I am sorry. Okay, so the actual number is 214-998-3989, 214-998-3989.
And for people from the hood, that number is 214-998-3989. Hit me up. Boom. Or not me, but...
Yeah, for him. What's his email? How can you email him? If you need to explain your situation in more detail that you think goes beyond text or a phone conversation, then you can email him.
You email him at assurancept@gmail.com.
Don't let bugs and pests take over your life. Do it now before it's too late.
Ay, Dios mío, no.
You are my fire, the one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way. But we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when you say that I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a party. Tell me why ain't nothing but
You're listening to the best podcast in the nation. This is House... Okay, wait, stop. I'm sorry, I can't say this.
Oh, why not?
Because it's not true. I mean, I can't lie.
But our numbers reflect our popularity, and we have a lot of weekly streams of our show. Weekly, I tell you.
You do. You said your numbers are higher than Joe Rogan's.
No. I said Joe Rogan is high, and look at our numbers. Hear the difference now? Two completely different statements.
No disrespect, but I've listened to other podcasts where they get thousands of streams.
I doubt it. I don't know what fantasy world you're living in, but in my reality, the real world, as I call it, Ian, House of Machismo would soon devour all the other podcasts. Take that, Joe Rogan.
Huh. And in that reality world, are you still an XL or are you still dreaming?
Okay, fine. What's your Zelle account? There you go. Let's see how you like that.
Oh, shit. Okay, take two. You're listening to the best podcast in the nation. This is House of Machismo. While you drive to and from work, or while you're doing your number two, listen to House of Machismo. And remember, don't flush your wipies. This is House of Machismo.
Thank you, Ian. That's very important advice.
Yeah.
The important thing is that do not
Why?
flush your wipies,
I do it all the time.
because it will clog not just your toilet, but down the line, it creates a big sewage problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I'm good so far.
Yeah, well, don't do it. You're an asshole and an idiot
I do
if
have
you
an
do
asshole.
it. You know. Yeah, I know. I mean, it echoes a lot.
What the fuck?
This is what it's like talking into Keith's asshole. It's like, hello.
Fuck you, Marty.
Yeah. Anyway, how you guys like my new music? Isn't that nice? Nice little beat there.
It's like the
reggae.
summer.
Yeah. I purchased some new music here, so
Yeah.
Beach.
yeah.
I should create our music.
Why? How? Do you even know how?
Yes, Marty. I went to college for producing.
For what?
To be a producer.
Produce what?
Music.
A music
Bro.
producer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Oh.
you didn't do that.
Oh, that was a dream. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was dreaming.
It's like I was mad at you. All right, guys. Well, a long time ago, not a long time ago, this was back in 2009.
long time ago.
I came across this article again, which I thought was kind of coincidental because I read it the first time in 2009. Or was it 2011? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I thought this was actually kind of interesting and kind of cool of the little guy winning over the big guy. Okay. And the big guy being Bank of America.
Okay. I
And
use that bank.
I use that bank too.
Yeah. they're
Yeah.
not bad.
I don't have any problems with them,
I used it
You
for
know.
a week.
you know, but just like with any, what happened?
I don't know. They sent my money back in a check. Apparently said that
They're all like,
Your
no,
money's no good.
It's like, no, thank you. We've heard from other banks, and
No, yeah,
we
'cause
prefer you find your banking somewhere else.
Yeah.
No, because I think at that time I owed, I think it was Capital One. And I don't know if they're linked together, but I got my check, my money back. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's like, yeah, you can't be banking with this because that I owe.
You have to have
that I
money.
owed somebody or something. Like, what
You
the
owe money.
fuck?
You're all like, you have to have money to bank here.
Yeah, I used to
So-
do Chase, and they screwed me over.
Oh, I had
back
Chase
in the
now.
day. They with the over. I don't think they do overdraft fees like they did back in the early 2000s, but it was like they didn't contact me for like the first month, right? The first 30 days that I was overdrawing, and I only overdrew by $2.
And they kept
Oh.
And it ended up
34.
okay. The first fee is like $40, but then every day after that, it's like an extra $5 a day or something like that. And then I didn't find out for 30 days.
Yeah.
And then here comes the big invoice, and I'm like, what the? why didn't anybody call me? You know, I was so pissed, and that was when I was sleeping on air mattresses. I didn't have a dime to my name, and now I owe a bank. You know, a couple hundred.
That I understand that part, because I used to just put it on the customer, because it's like, dude, you really need to keep up with it, you know. But no, that I totally understand. When it's like $2, it's like really because banks don't have to charge overdraft fees.
It was a few dollars because I was conscious about, I'm pretty close to not having much money in the bank.
Yeah,
you know, and I guess tax or something on a something I bought got me. And whatever. And this is back before text messages with your bank account were all connected.
Yeah.
So you don't, but you could still get a phone call, right? You still could have got a call saying, hey, Mr. Ginden, you're overdrafting $2. You need to get this right before we charge you in 24 hours.
No, I have a friend, and we're not going to guess who it is, okay, K-Ron? Because you like guessing.
I do.
But I have a friend where one time, not one time, but this was the most part where he was so vocal about it, and I put it on him. It's like, dude, this is your fault. Is that he budgeted, he was going out of town for the weekend, and he budgeted the money. He knew how much money he had to play with. And so he knew it wasn't very much, but he's like, okay, well, I have to play with this amount of money. So then he checks his account on Friday when he's leaving and sees that he had a lot more money than what he thought he did. He's like, oh, perfect. All right, great. Now, he's with a shitty, obscure bank where you can't check it online. This was years ago.
Right.
And so you can't check it online. Me, I'm with Bank of America at that time, and I could check it on my phone.
Yeah.
And so I kept on telling him, you need to go with a bigger bank or one that can let you check it online or that has actual ATMs out there.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think he was with a credit union or something like that.
Right.
But anyway, so he goes out of town and he thinks he has all this money to spend. So he's spending. So when he comes back Monday, he gets hit with over, I think, $300, $400 worth of overdraft fees. Because he says, I paid my bills. You know, he's bitching out his bank. And this is actually true. Is that at that time, Friday is considered part of the weekend. So a lot of your stuff doesn't reflect on your account with the money that was spent after or before, because he would, quote, check his account during his weekend to see how much more money he had left.
Right.
And so this was something that nobody told me about, but I just found out about it somehow, where I knew that Friday is part of the weekend when it comes to banking, and that whatever transactions occur aren't going to reflect until Monday.
Right.
And so this was news to him, and he was so angry about it. And he's like, it's the bank's fault. It's the bank's fault. And I'm like, no, dude, I kind of think it's your fault because you didn't look into this, because you knew. I told him, you did the math. You knew how much money you had to play with.
Yeah. And
you just assume that you made a mistake in calculating when you paid your bills that you had more money than what you thought. You know, it's like you should have stuck to your conservative plan there.
Yeah.
You know, that you only had a certain amount.
Now every ATM you go to or every app you use, whenever you make a deposit or whatever, it'll say money won't reflect maybe for 48 hours, right? The actual dollar amount.
Well, like
some of them say pending.
Yeah,
yeah,
pending.
processing.
It won't take out.
Yeah. No, but like Bank of America, what I noticed is that they even though it's processing, they'll go ahead and, quote, reflect it.
Yeah, they take it, yeah.
But then if you put like a tip on it, it's not going to reflect that until it actually goes through.
Yeah, and I noticed if you have more money than what the check is actually for or whatever, or what or you have enough money to cover what the check amount is, they'll give you that credit.
Yeah.
They'll put it in there automatically before anything clears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but usually
that's happened to me before, so I understand that part.
But if you're living that close to the line, the zero balance line,
you need to be a little bit more conservative.
You need to be on top of it more.
Yeah. And so for him, I kept on telling him for years, dude, you need to go to a bank where you can check your online account. You can check it on your phone. You can go to the computer, you know, because he would have to go to these obscure ATMs at different convenience stores to go check his balance.
He probably went to those Walmart banks.
No, those are another. Ugh, God, I had another friend that had some issues with them.
Yeah,
and he still is with them. He's still with them. It's like, dude, and I'm not here to promote Bank of America and say that they're awesome because I'm actually going to talk shit about them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the idea is that banks like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, all them, they offer so much way to access your money, so many different ways to look at it and to, that I think that's cool. But obviously they do stuff where it's like, that's not cool, like charging you overdraft fees for a $2 overdraft transaction. I think, man, that's not.
I think now they switched to,
Well, someone,
let's say if the overdraft is 34.
yeah.
I don't think they're gonna charge you overdraft unless it goes over 34. I think. I don't know.
No,
I haven't done that lately, so thank God.
It's different banks, different rules. But I know that there's one bank, and I think it actually might be Bank of America, where you choose the option no overdraft.
Oh, to stop it.
Yeah, they'll just decline you right there on the spot, and that's embarrassing.
It is. It is, but it's very helpful.
I'd rather have that than
than the overdraft.
Find out I got a couple hundred due.
See, I used to like that, like where it stops.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I also like the fact when it overdrafts. Well, back in the day, because I was like, "Fuck, I need gas."
Yeah.
But I need to go overdraft to put gas on this fucking car.
Yeah.
So see, it's like I like both.
But
well,
then
now I'll just fucking.
But there was no real reason for them to do $35. That wasn't a law, or it was just their rule that these banks decided, hey, let's do $35 overdraft. They could do a $5 overdraft. They can do $10 overdrafts, or no overdrafts. Because back in the day, banks actually used to extend you like a line of credit in a sense, where if they knew that you're a good, not you, K-Rod, at that time, but if they knew that, hey, this person does regularly have money in their account, but that was back in the day where your local bank manager or whatever knew you. And they'd understand, they knew you personally.
Yeah.
This, on the other hand, this story that I'm about to tell you, clearly shows that wasn't the case, and that Bank of America, along with other banks, have an issue when it comes to getting to know their customers, because it's just so huge. They're so huge. They have so many customers, and they don't have.
They took away all the human tellers too through the drive-through. There's like, I don't know how it is at other banks or Chase or anything like that.
I know, right?
At my Bank of America, no humans anymore in the drive-through window.
He said no humans.
There are no humans.
No humans.
They're all robots.
They added two. They added 2 extra ATMs where you can like call a call center through them and do your banking that way. And then people just hold up the line all day trying to figure out how to deposit
Fucking
checks and shit.
You know what? I seen. Damn it! Was it Chase? Because I have Chase. I think it was Chase or Comerica Bank. There was one over there, like Plano. I went in the bank, and there was a fucking huge machine. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was like, oh, you can deposit everything. Oh, okay, cool. So I did it there, and then the little screen popped up, and there was a person.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello? And it was a real person on the little thing. I'm like, what the hell? This is a new thing. He's like, this is our new thing. He's like, oh, yeah, you behind the wall? Like, oh, no, we're in a whole different state.
No, I'm in Ukraine.
Yeah, like, we're in a whole different state. He's like, how can I help you? I'm like,
hello.
Like, no, I'm just depositing. And like, that's all. It's like, oh, okay. And I deposited, and they saw everything. I'm like, what the fuck? It was freaking me out because it's just a person in the fucking screen. And nobody was there, like you said. It was just that.
Yeah,
they're literally like this. Hold on, let me see if I can do that because I don't have my phone.
That shit was like crazy.
Hello. Test 1 2. No,
I'm not kind of job
can't
is
do
that?
it.
Just sitting there.
But I think the idea is that they're from another country. They're in India because I know I've talked to some people from India. Was it a different state?
No, this one was here.
They're from Alabama.
Okay.
That was a different state. Probably.
I'm in Alabama.
Yeah, but it just freaked me out because I don't know. It was black screen, and then I was putting on money. I was just, I heard like, "Hey, how can I help you?" I'm like, "The fuck?" And I saw that guy right there. It was pretty freaky because he saw all my information. So I'm like, "That's weird."
What did he want?
Me? I mean, no, he's just there to help, but they freaked me out.
I was like, "Are you putting it? You're not putting it in the right."
He's like, "Give me a pound, man."
Yeah.
Pound the screen.
And I'm like, "Thanks, man. Have a good one."
Could he see what you're doing? Like he's like looking down and saying, "No, you're not putting it in the right slot." Like his eyes are like looking straight down.
Right?
That's not the right slot you're putting it in, sir.
You're putting it wrong.
Yeah, no.
No, but that shit was crazy and kind of cool.
He's all like, "That's what you got in your account. That's what you get paid."
Wow.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Pathetic fool.
Yeah. You're like, that's what my last bank said. They sent me a letter.
Shut up.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So this is what happened, and I'm not going to use their last names because, quite frankly, I can't pronounce one of them. So no. But anyway, but apparently in 2009, a retired police officer Warren and his wife Maureen, they paid $165,000 cash for their home. They just bought it, and it's about $2,700 square foot house. It's a nice size house, and so basically they never took a mortgage out on it. So just one day, to their surprise, they receive in the mail in February 2010 that Bank of America initiated foreclosure proceedings against them. They already bought the house. They owned it. Okay, but Bank of America initiated that. They bought it from Bank of America.
Okay.
Bank of America initiated foreclosure proceedings against them. And they were wondering, what the hell? What are you talking about? We own the deed. We have the deed to the house. This is our house. Okay. So they went to court. And so the couple, they incurred about maybe $2,534 in attorney fees, which they requested from Bank of America to pay. Right. Because technically in America, in the United States, you can tack on, when you sue someone, you can tack on your legal fees.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, to whatever it is that you're trying to collect.
Yeah.
So you can tack on any kind of a late fee or service fee or legal fees. Just if you have to pay. Yeah, even court filing fees, you can tack that on there. And so that's what they were trying to do. Basically, they're trying to show them, hey, look, we paid for our house. This is the deed. We literally had to go to court. You're going to pay for us having to hire an attorney to show you that we already bought the house. We own it. But apparently, they won their case.
Yes.
Okay? But that's not where it stopped.
Oh.
Is that what started happening is that they wanted their money. They wanted that $2,000 some odd dollars. Mm-hmm. Okay? And so what started happening is that they started sending Bank of America. Whose phone is that?
Oh, sorry, mine.
Who is it? What do they want?
It's the camera.
Okay.
My doorbell. Go.
So anyway.
Bitch.
Trying to see if someone's coming home to visit.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway. So what? God, where was I? So rudely interrupted.
They wanted their money.
Okay, they wanted their money.
2,000.
Yeah. So then they started sending collection letters to Bank of America. Okay.
They started.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it's like you owe us this money. Their attorneys started trying to get intervening. It's like, hey, you owe this couple this much money.
Yeah.
So this went on for the longest time. It's like they kept on sending Bank of America. They even sued them. They even were supposed to appear in court to collect the money. And Bank of America never sent a representative, never sent an attorney, nothing. And so they kept on sending like registered letters. They kept on telling them, hey, you guys, you're being sued, whatever, and blah, blah, blah.
The juice is running too.
Yeah.
It should be in about 20 grand at this point.
So this is the part where the story gets cool. And so what happens, this was in Florida, by the way. So what happened is that when you lose a civil suit and you don't pay, then in some cases, they can take your property. Okay? And so how do they do that? They get the local sheriff's department involved. So they got the local sheriff's department involved. They reported to a local branch of the Bank of America with the sheriff's deputies, who he then instructed to remove cash from the teller's drawers, to start removing furniture, computers, and other property, because they were actually going to seize that property.
Oh, shit.
Here in Dallas County, they have deputy constables that do this all the time, that they'll go and seize property, and they will take it because now it belongs to
them.
To the plaintiff. Yeah. And so this is what started happening. They walk into a local branch of a Bank of America, and legally, they had the right to seize the property. So anything on the property now belongs to them.
Even the money that was there?
And so that started, like, how much money do you think a local branch of a Bank of America has? Just a normal building of a bank, I'm thinking at least maybe $5,000, maybe 10 grand.
I'm thinking 25 grand.
Maybe
probably.
25 grand in cash.
A vault thing, whatever.
But then also we're talking about the computers. We're talking about a lot of the assets and stuff that they have in there.
That counts too?
That counts too. Everything from to the paper clips.
What about the safe deposit boxes?
That was a good question. I don't know. They didn't mention anything about that. But,
I don't think.
And that would probably be a whole other legal battle.
Yeah, that's another legal battle.
Yeah, exactly. And so, but I don't know. Me personally, because there's a Bank of America not too far from my house. It's kind of a small, flimsy building. I don't think I would have anything like a trinkets or whatever, rings or whatever in there, because it's such a small building.
You have a shitload of money.
Yeah. But the idea is that all that, basically the sheriff's deputies started removing all that. So all of a sudden, Here comes the local bank manager with a check for over $5,000 saying that he got approved to now pay them for their legal fees and all that stuff. And so that was good enough for the couple. They stopped the whole proceedings of seizing the property and accepted the check. To me personally, I probably would have just said, "Fuck that! This shit belongs to me. I'm taking it."
Yeah, I would have.
You know,
If it was only $5,000, they should have got a little more than that.
I would have
That-
been like,
yeah.
well, since that was from here, that's mine too, and everything.
yeah, exactly. It's you know, and it just goes to show that in a way you can beat
The system.
these big bank corporations and stuff, because all that could have been avoided if they just paid attention in the beginning and just, you know. But the idea is that there's a lot of most likely a human didn't see any of this, you know.
Yeah, when you're that big of a branch, I mean, what's 2,300 or $2,000? That's gonna
Shit,
get
like-
lost in the shuffle until things get real serious.
I just thought that was just a cool story where
I would have taken the whole shit.
I
like you
probably
said.
would,
I would've.
but I wouldn't have done it just out of greed. But it would come from a bad place. I probably would have just done it just to show them. It's like, nope, you had your
Well, does
opportunity.
it show the dates of all this starting to when they finally started seizing properties? Like, how many months did this take?
Well, usually it would take several months
Yeah.
for all this to
I'm
take
sure
place. It didn't happen like within a few weeks,
Right.
And I say that because from my experience with like civil proceedings and stuff like that,
Yeah, it's gonna take months.
resets after resets, and given you have to give the other party opportunity
Yeah.
to represent
Respond,
themselves and to respond and all that, register letters, and then you have to wait a certain amount of time
Yeah,
after
you got
sending.
45 days.
Yeah,
After you send the letter, once you get a response, you got another 45 day, all this other days.
yeah,
add
and
up.
so there was time, and this wasn't. They didn't just send one letter or two letters or three
Sent a
letters. They
shitload.
sent multiple.
yeah.
Until finally it got to the point where the sheriff's department got involved, and because, like I said,
So what they tell them though, like, hey, can you come with me and do this? I'm guessing they show like all the paperwork.
I don't know. I mean, that would have been a boring part of the article. It's like, here's the paper.
No, I mean like, how's the sheriff just gonna be like, okay, come
Yeah.
on, let's go? Like they had
Oh
to
yeah,
explain to him.
yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, the sheriff's department doesn't just show up and say, "Hey, we're taking this." They have to show like a seizure kind of a letter or response or something that's signed, saying that I'm sorry, but this is what we're doing and we're taking this. There's nothing you can do at this
I
point.
bet you the sheriff was like, oh fuck, okay.
It's like that made their day. They're like, "Hey, like when they get home, honey, guess what I did today?"
Guess what I almost did?
Yeah,
They only got
exactly.
How much money do you think is in an ATM?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Dude,
Look it up. Look it up. Ask your person.
no, they're gonna say for what? Then the fucking cops show up.
Oh,
I'm scared.
what?
I'm thinking like $5,000.
I'm thinking about maybe 5,000, maybe 10,000.
No, I think more. Yeah, probably.
It depends
more.
on the ATM. Like inside of a business or something, I don't think it would be as much.
Definitely not $5,000 in like a 7-Eleven ATM or
Oh,
something.
Yeah,
convenience store.
exactly.
See, but you gotta think in the banks they have either like 2 outside, and then they got like 2-3 more inside. So imagine all that.
Well, have you ever seen like the images of when people try stealing an ATM?
Yeah, they
like
Bank the
chain
whole fucking
around.
shit.
it is
rip the
so
whole
hard
window
to
out.
it's so hard to open those. Even once you rip it out of its
the store.
the store
Yeah.
because it's bolted
Fucking
and all that to the
bolted
ground.
and it's metal. and
Yeah,
fucking-
but even getting it once you get it to where you wanted to get it, like it's not easy to open.
Here, I got stats. This is from Time Magazine. I guess they did an article about the rise of ATM theft. But it says the average size machine can hold as much as 200,000.
What
Wow.
the
But
fuck?
but few
Okay.
do. In off hours, most machines contain less than 10 grand.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like
See, but
200,000.
that makes sense because there's a lot of people going through the ATMs.
Yeah, because of 200. Can you imagine that? $200,000 inside the goody liquor store.
And up, at,
You know?
and up at the casino, I would imagine those ATMs probably got about 20 grand a piece, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
especially those
You
people with
gotta
those
keep those
addiction
things,
problems.
man.
We're not trying to steal one. We're just looking up info.
They know that.
Okay.
And those
God,
ATM
stop being so
fees,
paranoid.
Those ATM fees will get you too. If you go to an off-brand ATM,
I was like 2, 3,
Oh,
6.
yeah.
The highest I think I've done was 6. I'm like, you gotta be shitting.
I don't go anywhere
I
but-
cancel that.
but my
I don't
bank.
trust them, and I'm like,
yeah.
no.
But that's Bank of America, and that's who I bank with.
Yep.
Bank
but
of
we,
America.
But we love Bank of
who
America.
I
They
bank
offer
with,
great
too.
low interest
Quit now.
rates.
Question. Now that we're talking about banks,
Yes.
Yeah.
on Bank of America, does it have a savings?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a savings
Yeah.
account.
Does it charge to have a savings?
No.
Or does it charge for you to take out money off your savings?
Depending,
No.
but
So
you shouldn't.
on my Bank of America account, I can get 6 transfers a month, where I can transfer money in and out 6 times without having to pay anything. And then I think I have to keep at least with my savings.
Yeah, because it's a
account,
minimum, right?
I have
You
to keep at least a G in it.
Okay. See, because I've read other places that
I have to keep an F in it.
if you have a savings, you want to take your money out, they charge you. I'm like, why are you charging me for my
Because
money?
I mean, at
They're
other
using-
banks probably.
Yeah, because they're using all your money. Obviously, the banks use your money to invest in so that they can make money. You know, or else they're just your pocketbook. I mean, they're just.
I noticed too, if I have over a certain amount in my savings account too, I'll accrue like a couple cents per quarter, depending on. Actually, they'll pay you money, but it's like pennies.
Yeah.
You have to have like hundreds of thousands in there for it to mean
Keep going,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm trying to look for savings, and now we're talking about banks. But I keep reading that some of them fucking charge you, or you can't take your whole thing out.
Yeah.
You can only take a certain amount out.
Right, but that's the point of the savings, though. See, or unless you just have, and I think that because there's certain, is it fiduciary? Is that the word I'm looking for? There's certain laws that go into with savings accounts and then regular bank accounts. Bank accounts, you can just do quick transactions and stuff like that. Savings accounts fall under different laws and different rules on how you can keep it and how you can use it. Am I right? Wrong? Or?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
So
Yeah, because I want to save, and then when I'm done with that,
it's
take the
definitely
whole
it's not
thing
hooked
out.
up to your debit.
they'll tell you when you can like take the full amount out or something like that. It depends, because I would think that, hey, I'm done banking with you, I'm leaving you, I'm going to a different bank, give me my money. You know, there's got to be an option for that.
And I also have it, which I don't run into this problem anymore. My regular bank account, if I do overdraft, it will take like a little chunk out of my savings account to cover that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that
Automatically.
I've done. 'Cause I used to have a savings. I forgot.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know who was it with, but they didn't charge me anything because I think it was a minimum to keep in there.
Yeah.
And then one time I took the whole thing out and they didn't charge.
Yeah.
And then I started reading up on this. I'm like, what the fuck? Now they do this?
When's the last time you wrote a check?
Never.
Do you know how to write a check?
Yes, but I never liked them. You know how that was when you open a new account, you want to send checks? Like, no, like I don't want checks.
Do you use your debit card? Do you use your debit card information, or do you use like your bank account information to pay
Debit.
bills?
I don't want to use my bank because if someone gets a hold of my fucking bank, that my whole money there.
Never use your debit card at a gas station, though.
Oh no, I've learned. I get off and go walk my ass and fucking pay.
Yeah.
Because when I had Comerica Bank, I changed.
Because of the holdover.
They can put. I mean, there's thieves.
Yeah,
that
well,
can
yeah,
put
I
stuff
figured
at
that.
the gas station.
For I think 2 years, I was with the Comerica Bank 4 times. That shit was fucking hacked. And I'm
Dude,
like, you gotta be shitting me.
I have my company card. They bank with Wells Fargo. Dude, every time I go through an airport and use that Wells Fargo card, it gets hacked. I don't know how.
Yeah.
And I use I knock on wood, I've never had any issues with the Bank of America credit card or debit card issue.
Yeah.
But anytime I use that Wells Fargo thing at a gas station that I'm in some other state or something, I get hacked. I've been with my company for 5 years. I've had to dispute fraud charges probably 5-6 times.
Yeah, I think Wells Fargo is one of the easy, or
I think
they're getting smarter out there.
The only time that I had an issue with, not even an issue with Bank of America, but they responded pretty well, was when these guys from Africa, and I never met them.
Pause.
Never met them.
Pause. That was a big ass pause.
Yeah, these guys from Africa.
Pause.
Took some money from my account. They did. And when I called up Bank of America and asked them, hey, how come I'm down $400 and some odd, and they're like, well,
when you went to
we
Africa,
have you been to Africa? I'm like, no. Do you know anybody from Africa? No.
You should say, do you know anybody?
I'm like,
You're in Johannesburg.
yeah. K-Rod, where's Johannesburg?
Right there.
In Africa.
the South.
Where is it? Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad.
Because I looked right there.
Oh.
Psych. There's no
Oh,
names.
okay.
Yeah,
There's no names on there.
Okay, where's Lesotho?
The West.
No.
Damn it.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's in South Africa. It's actually a little country
That's just
inside.
they were
Where's
saying.
Nigeria?
That's
In
in the
Africa?
West.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
I don't mean to.
Anyways.
So it's like, no, I don't know anybody from Africa.
Geography.
but basically, it was a scam, and so they did really good. They went ahead and credited me the money. They said they'll do an investigation, and if it turns out that it was fraudulent, then they'll just cover the money. But if it wasn't, then they would debit the money back.
Right.
And so they credited me the money, filled out some forms, emailed it to them, and then I think 3 weeks later, they responded saying that it was fraudulent, and so they
Had to shut that one down and do a new one?
No, they sent me a new card.
Oh, okay.
They said that it wasn't the bank account
Yeah, which is the
that
debit.
was compromised. It was a debit card. No. As a matter of fact, they weren't even sure, but just for safe practices, they were just going to send me a new debit card. Because anything that, especially with Bank of America, because I would get like different cards at least maybe 2 times a year, maybe once a year.
Yeah.
Whenever anything looks suspicious or whatever, they don't question it anymore. They just go ahead and tell you your old card will be shut off at this point. You can go to your local branch to get a temporary one, and we're mailing you a new one.
See, I hate that because everything's set up on that card. Now you got to fucking do everything again.
That's true.
Yeah, but I'd much rather do that than
Yeah, but I got to remember, like, what was auto pay? Which one did I put it on?
And you start getting all these emails. Like I'll get an email from like Disney, Netflix. Hey,
You didn't pay.
we're trying to re-up your account and we can't access your credit card. Did you get a new one? Blah, blah, blah. Update it.
And you're like, oh, fuck.
Then you got to spend a whole day updating
Yeah.
bills.
And that's why I prefer doing stuff straight through my bank account and not my debit card.
Yeah, I mess with PayPal. I like to use PayPal a lot.
I haven't done that.
Because a lot of places accept PayPal. And you could just...
I haven't done PayPal in a long time.
The bank that I was happy with was Capital One. I don't think I had a problem there.
And then Bank of America has Zelle, I think.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. I love
Share
Zelle.
app. So
I
with
have Zelle.
PayPal and Zelle, you got the whole sharing money
Yeah.
I have
thing
Zelle.
covered.
Now, in Capital One, I will always thank them. I had, when I was going to school, I was doing, I don't know if I ever told you, I was doing for a web design. And I was for a year, I was paying
Was that after or before medical school? I don't remember.
That was after.
Okay.
And then I was doing that. I was paying monthly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had paid already like probably close to $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, fuck, I'm about to graduate, but I'm not fucking learning shit because I'm not a big online. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to stop. So I call my bank. I'm like, hey, they promised me that at this certain time I would have been good and everything. And but I'm here. I don't know anything. And she was like, really? Yeah, they promised me my money back or whatever. She's like, oh, okay. Boom. A couple of days later, got my whole money back.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, holy fuck. No. I told her, can I get my at least 1 month back? She's like, yeah. And she's like, you know what? Let's try to see. I'm going to put every single payment you made. Let's see if it goes through. He's like, but for sure you're going to get your that 1 month. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to put it in the system, see if you get all the payments you did. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, how was the school supposed to know you had a learning disability?
Shut up. And then I got all that, like all of a sudden I saw my bank account, that whole fucking money was there. I'm like, holy fuck, it worked.
But that's not going to stop the school from possibly collecting.
Ever since I haven't heard from them or no collections or anything on them.
So if you need to talk to K-Rod, Keith Rodriguez, just send me an email. HOMshow@houseofmachismo.com.
And then I felt negative when Capital One and left.
Aw.
That was in my hard times.
Yeah.
No, it was me stupid. I bought Rangers tickets. I went negative $600 It was worth it, bro. And then I left Capital One.
You left Capital One like you closed it and didn't bother paying it back?
Oh, I didn't even close. I just fucking didn't.
Oh,
just
okay.
Just left.
Again, K-Rod, Keith Rodriguez, HOMshow@houseofmachismo.com. I'll
Hey,
pass
but I'm a
along
better
any
person
messages.
now. My credit's been going up. Thank
Hey,
God.
hey, that's awesome.
There you go.
So he has a little bit better credit and more money now, guys. So HOM Show, houseofmachismo.com.
Yeah, back then hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me.
And we got to
Mike
pay
Jones.
for that
Mike
too.
Jones.
Yeah, you go.
All right. So before we go, we need to talk. We need to get into this. Yeah, we need to find out. I don't know if you knew this, but Chris is
Serious water.
Yeah, Chris is a comedian. Wants to be a comedian.
Well, expiring. I'm not
Aspiring
a
comedian, meaning I don't think he's made
comedian.
people
I'm
laugh
not
yet.
out there. Oh, I'm making some people
You have to
laugh.
push this button. Right.
Okay. Okay, go.
Yeah.
So tell me. Okay, so what made you want to aspire to be a comedian?
Say aspire.
Well,
aspire.
I don't know if I necessarily aspire to be a comedian. I just wanted to do stand up.
Okay.
It was something I've always wanted to do. Back in the day, I had a creative bug. I used to write rhymes. I used to rap a little bit. I used to make music with people and stuff like that and record in my 20s. I don't do that anymore. But that was always fun. That was more of a creative outlet for me, right?
Yeah.
And I always wanted to do stand-up because I always thought, I'm funny. I can make people laugh in social settings, and I think, things are funny. I love funny movies and all this other stuff, and I like to write too. And I wanted to do stand-up last year in 2020. That was my goal in 2019. I said in 2020, I'm going to try to get up on some open mics, some 5-minute open mics and stuff like that, and go for it. Then the pandemic happened.
It all shut down.
That plan had to be pushed out.
Yeah.
And then 2021...
Things happen for a reason.
2021 came around. I found a club in McKinney, Texas. It's called the Comedy Arena. And they have classes. They have improv classes. They have different kind of improv classes to where you can do like sketch comedies or whatever, performing art stuff in front of people and just off the whim. Kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
Love that show.
Stuff like that. And then they had another section that said, hey, do you want to take a stand-up class? We'll teach you how to write one-liner jokes and things like that. It's a 6-week class. It was only $200. And you get in there. I think the class started with like 14 people. And at the end of it, started with 16, 17 people. At the end of it, there was only 9 left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, were they
People.
picked okay, you can leave, or they just left?
People were bailing because they didn't understand what they had to do, and then they found out they had to have a showcase at the end of this. The actual club's gonna put on a showcase for us to where we could perform for the public.
And they freaked out.
And people were there just because they just wanted to. I don't know what they were trying to do. One lady was there, and she was just on stage ranting about her husband, and it wasn't
not a therapy session.
Yeah, it wasn't a therapy session. And then she was just talking about her vacation she went on, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Tell her to get a freaking
wasting people's
podcast.
time. But anyway, we're there. They teach you how to write simple one-liner jokes,
right?
The setup and then the punch, right? And I never thought about comedy that way because I'm not like a one-liner. It's hard to be original and write one-liners.
Right.
A lot of things have been talked about already in this world.
Yeah.
And so anyway, they teach you how to do that. They give you a bunch of words. They don't want you to self-edit. You just write, come back to it later, work on it, write. So we just slowly started building, and then we got a showcase. Performed in maybe 60 to 70 people.
When was this showcase?
It was July 15th, I think. It was on a Wednesday.
Because I think we were actually. I was actually going to reserve a table for all of us.
Well, here's the issue. One of the people, there's a couple people in there. Half of their family bought all the tables.
Yeah.
So
fucking Mexicans.
See, as I was thinking about that, and this is no way in criticism or disrespect of the venue, but I'm like, man, they really should have limited how many tables each person could, because there were not just us, but you wanted some other friends to attend as well.
I mean, they made accommodations for people who really wanted to get in, like family members and stuff like that, and so anyway, whatever.
Except us, apparently. I didn't hear about that. Go on.
I mean, if you guys would have showed up, I could have got you in.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because
But,
once I heard there were no tables, I'm like, well, fuck it. Oh well.
I'm gonna have another one in August.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm busy.
as soon as they release,
busy then.
As soon as they release tickets for that, I'm gonna buy 2 tables.
Oh, okay.
For other friends, because I had other friends that wanted to come and they couldn't get a table either. Anyway, the night comes. They actually bring in an actual more seasoned comedian to kind of open up the show,
to guarantee a little entertainment,
to get
just
the
in
room
case.
to get the room nice and warmed up for us and stuff like that. Everybody's laughing in a laughing spirit. He goes up there and we're listening to him in the background, and we're all kind of getting nervous. We're already a couple cocktails in too. Because we're trying to loosen the nerves and stuff like that. And then boom, once the show starts, everybody's quiet. We're not joking around anymore. We're trying to because we're not going up there with anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We got all of our stuff memorized and everything. We got, chunks.
Mm-hmm.
I had like 4 different chunks, right? That's how you memorize it.
How many minutes is your set?
My set was just over 6 minutes.
Okay.
And we were only allowed 7.
Okay.
So 5 to 7. And so I was the second to go up. And
Is that a good thing, a bad thing? How do you see it?
well, they wanted the cleaner people with not as much vulgar language to go first.
Were people bringing their kids?
There was no kids there.
Oh, okay,
no.
good.
But the place does have kids sometimes there. But they really teach you to not try to cuss or be vulgar, because if you're funny enough, you don't
need
have
that.
to use that type of language. You know what I mean?
And I think you're right. Dave Chappelle should take a cue from that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's a legend.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Dave Chappelle's
I
a
know.
legend.
Yeah.
It's for beginners,
Yeah.
right? Once you've been in and out of 100 clubs, then you can do whatever you want, right?
Like smoke.
So they also teach you a lot of things. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about religion, because you're not a comedian yet. Like, these
Right.
are hot button topics that you have to be well versed.
Especially your first time up there.
Yeah, you don't want to start doing that first time up.
Yeah.
Don't talk about fat people if you're not fat. Don't talk about bald people if you're not bald. Don't talk about different races if you're not that race. There's a lot of do's and
Yeah.
don'ts when you're your first time.
I can't talk about white people.
Yeah. And so anyway, everybody did great. They knocked it out of the ballpark. No one stumbled. I didn't
Oh,
stumble.
good.
My gigs on YouTube, everyone went smooth. The crowd was great. Everybody give us our laughs.
I play some, but my computer died, so I can't play.
So it was just a real good atmosphere if you want to get in and try to get comfortable with being on stage, holding a mic, because all that stuff's foreign if you've never done it before. You're like, and then you record yourself too, and I noticed that I walk a little too much on stage, or I'm talking to the side of the room instead of
the middle.
talking to the straight out. And then you kind of want to like glance a little bit at different points in the audience to make it look like you're looking at people.
Yeah.
But once the lights are on, you really can't.
Fucking bright,
Once the lights are on, you can't see past really the first and second row.
Were you sweating or were you nervous?
I was pretty cool, calm, and collective, because
Good.
the whole day I rehearsed my thing,
Yeah.
start to finish, a bunch of times.
What'd you wear, by the
The
way?
day before. I mean, I wore a nice button-up white shirt with it had like blue roses on it,
Okay.
and like I slicked my hair back. I made it all good.
Did you wear? You didn't wear a cap?
No, they tell
Because
you.
I don't
not
think
to
I ever
wear a
seen you
hat.
without a cap.
Yeah, because I don't wake
I
up
know.
early enough to do
Yeah.
my hair. So,
Yeah.
Oh, you have long hair?
I mean, it's a comb over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
You should just see because
I'm gonna see the video. I'm gonna see him.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they don't tell. They tell you not to wear shorts, no open toe
Fluffy wear
sandals. So I just wore, I have like blue Levi's that looked really good with the white. It was a white shirt with like blue roses on it, all over, and I looked good.
Okay, good.
I looked good.
I
I was
look
confident.
good. I
You want to
feel
dress
good.
confident too.
Yeah, no,
Because you want
absolutely.
that stage presence.
Now, did
and
they have a wireless mic for you or a wired mic?
It's wireless.
Wireless?
They also
That's
have
nice.
wired too. They got all the stuff there.
Oh,
but,
okay.
It's another thing too of where your mic position is, because the night before I had my class, they're like, "You're holding it like a rapper." I was
Yeah.
like, "This,"
And you don't
I was
want that.
rapping. They're like,
Right.
They can't see your face, and then no, you don't want to ever wear hats because when the light's on, your face is shaded.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna wear a hat. Trust me, I won't. And then you want to be on point with your breaks too. You don't want to just tell a joke and then start talking again.
Right.
You want to give time for the people to digest it and laugh, and then have that laugh go all the way through till there's silence again. Then you start up. So towards the end of like week 4, week 5, that's what I was working on. I already had my material. I was working on delivery and presentation.
Now, did you get laughs?
Oh yeah, I got some laughs, and
Oh,
you'll
okay,
see it
good.
on the thing. And I had some good subject material.
He's talking shit about us, Marty.
No, and so now I'm in the advanced class, which is another 6 weeks. Nice.
Another 200.
It was another 2.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, that's
Not
actually
bad.
very
I mean,
reasonable.
for a hobby. It's
Yeah.
not bad. I
Yeah.
mean, you get 2 hours of class. You get up there and get to do your thing, and then they'll critique you a little bit, because they had 2 comedians in there. One lady opened up for Andrew Dice Clay. She actually is a legit comedian in the area, and they'll go up there, they'll critique you, they'll be nice about it, they'll give you pointers, they'll maybe help you. Hey, that word doesn't hit good. Maybe try a different word. Maybe try this word. Try that word. Is that word really funny?
Were they doing this like right then and there?
After you do your set, they'll give you feedback while you're on stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
In front of everybody.
We should have gone. Should have gone, K-Rod.
Everybody.
But they're nice about it. They're
Oh,
not
yeah,
saying, you're not funny, give it up. Don't
You're
quit your
worthless.
day job. Get out of here.
Something
my drink.
Yeah,
or
Something
like
Marty
that.
would say.
What? No, I would have given some good not criticism, but critique.
Then they start talking about act outs, different voices, talking like if say you're telling a story, your one voice, change your voice up a little bit. Even if you can't do accents, try to change your voice up for the other person. So you're
Right.
kind of having a back and forth thing. So that's what we're kind of working on now in the more advanced
It sounds like stuff we should actually be working on here on the
class. Yeah.
show. This sounds like we should have been taking that course.
Yeah.
You, not me.
There's other places that
I
give
can do
these
different
courses
voices.
out too.
Oh, thank you, because Frisco's kind of far. Anyway,
So yeah,
Or McKinney.
at the end, I think it'll probably be at the end of August. I'll have another showcase, and
well, we'll definitely want to go.
I don't know where I'm gonna take it from there. I might.
Well, I say we
'cause I
take it
still
on the
have to-
road.
I still have to go out and do open mics. You know, I'm not gonna unless I'm on a Facebook group page of all the DFLW area clubs.
Yeah.
That they'll put out an ad saying, "Hey, we need 10 comedians tonight." We
The
need this
people
tonight.
in those groups, are they generally nice or are they mean? Because I belonged to some Facebook groups before. They're just fucking mean.
It depends.
Okay.
All the people at open mics, they're all amateur comedians too. They don't give a shit. You know, it's hard to get a laugh at an open mic because half the crowd's other comedians trying to work on their material.
Yeah.
And they don't really care. But if you can get an open mic audience to laugh, then you might have something.
Remember the short film that we did, K-Rod, and the whole audience was laughing? Remember with the zombie short film?
Oh, yeah.
there?
Our
Man,
goal
we
is to
did we did better than the group that got assigned comedy because we had to do like different categories. So we got like it was a zombie video race, and so we had to do like a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
But I'm horrible at writing horror, and so I thought, well, let me just turn this into a comedy. And ours was interesting because people actually laughed at all the jokes and they got it, and we got more laughs than the people that got assigned the comedy part, And so it wasn't performing live or anything like that, but just hearing the audience feedback.
A lot of it is people are gonna laugh because you're just doing stuff that they're afraid to do, right?
Yeah.
No one's gonna get on stage in front of people they don't know and try to be funny. There's not many people out there willing to do that. It's stressful. It gives them anxiety.
You pointing at me?
Yeah,
things
you
like
do it.
that. But
You
it's,
try.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I like it. It's an outlet. you
Well,
know?
I'm glad because some people would just, and obviously anybody would really probably know this before they even set foot on that stage. If they're like, and you told, like it started off with like 17, 18 people,
A lot of
and then
bailed.
half the class bailed because they realized that's just not for me.
Yeah.
And
we had a nice little mixed group of different ages, a little diverse there.
Was there an
So-
Asian person? Oh, that
No
was
Asian person. I think the class before us had a nice Asian and Indian guy. I seen one guy that was like Muslim or Indian, and he was just going off on like all his like things he had to deal with being his culture.
Oh, that's cool.
Who do you think
Texas
was
and
the
stuff.
best
He was
one?
pretty funny. The best one,
Besides you.
Well, I mean,
mean-
not obviously you don't throw yourself in there, but
I was at least top 3. I know that.
okay, well, there.
Yeah, I'll toot my horn. I don't
Yeah.
care. I got confidence.
Yeah.
But I like there was a girl named Jess. She did really well just because she had a funny real life story about her son going to school and hearing a racial term. And then she had to have a phone conversation with that mother,
Oh, shit.
who's just, a white suburban lady. And she made it hilarious. It was a funny bit.
Is that on YouTube?
I have her video,
okay.
but I
He
didn't.
said, I have it.
I have it because
That's
I
creepy.
recorded it for her. And
Oh,
I
okay.
sent it her clip,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know if she posted it anywhere. She was good. Everybody was really good. There's
Okay.
a brother sister combination that who now live in Texas for about a good decade now, but they're from New York, and they had funny stories because they got accents, New Yorker accents.
Yeah. So is that what you're talking about, huh? Is
Yeah,
that what you're
there's-
talking about?
Yeah.
Like
Everybody was pretty good. Everybody
Okay.
was pretty good.
Well, I'm glad, it's been a great positive experience
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it could have gone horribly wrong,
Could've
but
gone bad, yeah.
but that's awesome.
Where can they see you in YouTube?
YouTube,
Christopher Ginden.
it's Gindo Media, Gindo
Gindo
Media Media, or on Instagram, ChrisG_comedy.
There you go, people.
Instagram.
There you go.
You on IG?
No.
No, he's not.
The only thing I have is Snapchat.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's all I have.
Sucks.
Everything
That's all-
else
he
got
just
me in
has-
trouble.
He literally has his family and his mistresses on there. That's
Mistresses?
literally- I don't know.
TikToking.
Yeah,
They're probably gone now.
What, the mistresses?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, guys. Well, that's it for this week's episode of House of Machismo.
Yes.
We'll be back next week. Hopefully, a full house. We'll
Yup.
see. And yeah, so I'm kind of tired. That's why I'm a little bit.
Get
kinda-
that work done, Lewis.
No.
Yeah.
Show up next week.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, he will. It just depends.
Stop dreaming about us.
I know. All right, guys. Well, we'll talk to you later. Everybody have a good week.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace. Adios.
Bye.
You have been listening to the House of Machismo podcast with your host, Marty Portillo, and co-hosts, Luis Salazar, Christopher Ginden, and Keith Rodriguez. Podcast director and camera operator, Oscar Martinez. Voiceover and announcer, me, Ian Del Rio. Listen to the show on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Also find us on Facebook and Instagram. This has been a House of Machismo production. Ba-ba-da-ba!